Amplissime Cancelari, placeti tibi autoficium incipiat.
Placet.
Please be seated. Good afternoon, Mr. Chancellor, members of the Board of Governors, distinguished guests, and of course our graduates, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us on this momentous and joyous occasion as the graduates before you celebrate all that they've accomplished during their time at the University of New Brunswick. Graduates, I do want to start by offering you my warmest congratulations. Arriving at this day and at this moment is no small feat. As you walk across the stage today to accept your degree, you should feel proud of all the obstacles you've overcome, of the time you've invested in your education, and the sacrifices you've made to get to this point. And let me offer you a little bit of advice just on today's event. Enjoy the moment, take your time. You do not have to sprint across the stage. It takes a lot of determination and dedication to complete a university degree. Hold on to that. Stay determined and dedicated and passionate, and you will go far in life. You only need to look as far as our honorary degree recipient today to see that. Hank Stackhouse began his career as a desk clerk. He's since had 30 years of extensive experience in the hospitality industry and is now president and CEO of Delta Hotels and Resorts. That's quite an accomplishment. We're celebrating your successes today, just as we are celebrating his. Look back, just at this past year, all that has been achieved. Here on the St. John campus, we've strengthened our ties to the community and our alumni through the Promise Partnership and the Bridge Network. By mentoring young students still in school and helping our graduates network with alumni all over the world, we are fulfilling our strategic plan's commitment to build a better university and a better province. We've seen major transformations on our campuses with the refurbishment of the Canada Games Stadium, our emerging health cluster here in St. John, and the opening of the Hans W. Clone Commons building at Tucker Park, one of the most advanced and environmentally friendly buildings in Atlantic Canada. We've also established a bi-campus initiative to aid in the social and economic development of our province, which will be called the Pond de Sponte Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship. It will help us provide opportunities for budding young entrepreneurs and help us to attract impassioned innovators and leaders to our communities, to our province. Our Chancellor, who will speak to you shortly, helped us celebrate the Commons opening in St. John and the official opening of the Richard J. Currie Center on our Fredericton campus recently. He is yet another example of someone who combined know-how with passion and determination to achieve great things. He should serve as a reminder to you that no matter how modest your beginnings, you can fulfill your dreams if you work hard and put your education to good use. Having said those words, I'll wrap up by wishing you all the best in your future endeavors. Feel confident in the strong foundation you've built here and know that you will always be a part of our UNB family. Please join me now in welcoming our Chancellor, Dr. Richard Currie, to say a few words. Chancellor.
Members of the Board of Governors, Mr. President, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and especially graduates. As Chancellor of the University of New Brunswick, I'm very pleased to welcome all of you to the 29th Fall Convocation Ceremony at UNB St. John. Convocation is the pinnacle of achievement for a university student, and I'm very happy to be with all of you today. The experiences you've had at UNB have been shaped literally by centuries of thought, custom, practice, and applied wisdom. You are the beneficiaries of knowledge handed down through generations of students, faculty, staff, and alumni who have been associated with this university since 1785. I want you to be proud of its heritage and proud that you are graduates of this great institution. You and I, we share a common bond. We are all UNB alums. Many of you know, and many of you probably don't know, but I am a St. Johner. I grew up in the South End. And all I can say is, once a South Ender, always a South Ender. I studied on the Fredericton campus. It's the only one that was available in those days, but I've always been aware of the importance that the St. John campus plays to the city of St. John and to the province. There's never been a better time to study at UNB St. John. In the past few years, the campus has gone through a dramatic transformation, both academically and architecturally. As the president noted, I had the pleasure of coming back to St. John in early September to see the Hans Clone Commons officially open. As he indicated, not only does it meet the needs of today's technologically savvy students, it's UNB's first green building. It's a true testament to the university's commitment to environmental sustainability and to providing students with the very best in learning opportunities. Now, graduates, UNB had a responsibility to provide you with the best education possible. That it has done. Your opportunities for achievement now are limitless. All you need now is the courage to pay the physical and emotional price of high achievement. I cannot give you the secret of success, but I can give you the cause of failure, and that is to try to please everybody. Today you can leave this place and feel assured and proud that you have received an education and a degree from Canada's oldest English language university and one of North America's oldest public universities. Some think it the oldest. That degree will not let you down. I don't want you to let it down. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Curry. The university will now present the recipients of the Dr. Alan P. Stewart Memorial Award for Excellence in Teaching. This award was established by the University Senate in 1972 to recognize teaching excellence on the part of some of the many good teachers of whom this university is very proud. Each year, a committee of Senate, composed of faculty and students, select the recipient of this award from nominations made primarily by the students. For 2011, the Dr. Alan P. Stewart Memorial Award for Excellence in Teaching is being presented to 2 outstanding teachers. I would ask each recipient to come to center stage when his name is called. The awards will be presented by the Vice President, St. John, Dr. Robert McKinnon, with the assistance of the Registrar, Mark Bishop. Our first recipient is Dr. Eamon Chivy. In the words of William Arthur Ward, the mediocre teacher tells, the good teacher explains, the superior teacher demonstrates, but the great teacher inspires. Dr. Eamon Chivy is truly an inspiration, not only to his students, but to his colleagues and peers. On joining the Faculty of Business at UNB St. John in 2005, Dr. Chivy enthusiastically jumped feet first into our campus community, supervising graduate students, sitting on the curriculum committee, and acting as coach to our marketing teams at case competitions. Dr. Chivy has embraced his new home, volunteering as a consultant at the annual OREO competition for maritime high school students, and working with his marketing management students to create plans for small and medium-sized companies in St. John. Through his publications and conference presentations, Dr. Chivy regularly represents UNB St. John on the international stage. It would be easy to get distracted by Dr. Chivy's many accomplishments, but it is his dedication and excellence in teaching that we are here to celebrate. In a world where engagement has become a popular catchphrase, he lives the definition. Students attest to his dedication to getting to know not only their names, but who they are as learners. He has high expectations of his students and states that, in order to stimulate these high expectations, I must work harder than my students. In his classroom, students are engaged in dialogue and inspired to greater understanding of the material and how it relates to the world in which they live and work. He constantly seeks to innovate in order to achieve his goal as an educator, providing his students with the tools to prosper in an ever-changing and complex business environment. One of the students who nominated Dr. Chivy for this award states, "You leave his classes feeling like you could take on the world." Dr. Chivy's excellence is not limited to the classroom. In the words of a former student, outside the classroom, he was a true mentor in all respects. In spite of his intense workload, he was always willing to take time to chat with students about career goals or just life in general. And it must be added that he is equally giving of his time to us co-workers. No matter how busy, Dr. Chivy is always pleased to see you, whether traveling through the UNBSJ tunnels or in an airport terminal. In his approach to teaching, Dr. Chivy asks, "Am I the best teacher?" And he responds, "No, not by far." Dr. Chivy will have to update his teaching philosophy because the answer is now yes. He ranks among the best teachers UNB St. John has to offer and is certainly a worthy recipient for the Dr. Alan P. Stewart Memorial Award for Excellence in Teaching. Congratulations, Dr. Chivy. Our next recipient, Dr. Christopher Gray. The final line of G.K. Chesterton's poem, The Rolling English Road, says, "Before we go to paradise by way of Kensal Green," could be a summary of Christopher Gray's journey to the University of New Brunswick at St. John. Born in Evesham, Worcestershire, England, he attended school in Redruth, Cornwall, England, obtained a Bachelor of Science with honors in marine chemistry from the University of Wales, Bangor, now Bangor University, a Master of Science with distinction, and a Doctor of Philosophy from Rhodes University in South Africa, a postdoctoral fellowship at the University of British Columbia, and finally, he came here, Paradise, to take up a joint professorial position within the Departments of Biology and Chemistry at UNB St. John. Dr. Gray has supervised or co-supervised 13 honors students, including 5 in the 2010-2011 academic year, and is currently supervising or co-supervising several master's degree students. During the 2007 to 2010 period, he authored or co-authored 10 publications and has 1 patent. He has also participated in numerous research conferences and has reviewed several research manuscripts. Dr. Gray has received numerous high-level external funding grants in support of his research, including, amongst others, an NSERC Discovery Grant, a New Brunswick Health Research Foundation Seed Operating Grant, a Harrison McCain Foundation Young Scholars Award, and an Economic Development Unit Grant from the Shetland Islands Council. Dr. Gray's undergraduate student opinion survey results have consistently been well above satisfactory. His philosophy of teaching focuses on trying to accomplish 4 key outcomes in his classes: comprehension, application, curiosity, and responsibility. To that end, he uses innovative materials and methods to engage his students and to help them understand, learn, and assimilate course material. His courses are continually evolving to include new material, better approaches to communicate concepts and information. He's not afraid to let his students know that he is learning right along with them. His students' curiosity is stimulated by his own curiosity to learn. Christopher Gray encourages student involvement and ownership in learning. He welcomes student participation and interaction, and he values students' input and opinions. One student declares that, The contagious enthusiasm and passion he has for his work is prominent in his lab, as well as his lectures. His patience, dedication, and commitment have changed my entire idea of chemistry. I will be forever grateful for his time, encouragement, and guidance. Dr. Gray clearly demonstrates the qualities that are highly valued in our university's best teachers. He is also a worthy recipient for the Dr. Alan P. Stewart Memorial Award for Excellence in Teaching. Congratulations, Dr. Gray. We will now proceed to the conferring of an honorary degree. Harry Scott Stackhouse, to be Doctor of Letters. Harry Scott Stackhouse is a native son of St. John. He's the son of the artist J.C. Stackhouse. He received his high school diploma from Milledgeville North High School, and he began his career in the hotel industry, literally next door at the Admiral Beatty Hotel, where he was a bellman, then he was the night auditor. Graduation from high school saw Mr. Stackhouse go west to work at the Fairmont Banff Springs Hotel before returning to work for the Granite Hospitality Group. Over 30 years ago, he began a relationship with Delta in Vancouver, BC, working his way up to become Regional Vice President for Atlantic Canada in 1995, and then Senior Vice President of Operations for Delta in 2001. Mr. Stackhouse has served as chair of the Whistler Resort Association of Canada, while globally he develops resort properties in Cuba, Florida, and the Dominican Republic. He's acted with the Nova Scotia government in the creation of the Air Accord and has, on all accounts, demonstrated his intense commitment to the hospitality and tourism industry in Canada. Most significant, Mr. Stackhouse believes corporations also have a social responsibility. He has been instrumental in the development of Delta Helps, Delta Greens for National Sustainability, as well as the new national partnership between Delta Hotels and Habitat for Humanity. As he stands before us today, Mr. Stackhouse is the president of Delta Hotels, an example for all you graduates of how to achieve your goal literally from the ground floor to the penthouse. With 7,100 colleagues, 44 hotels, and over 12,000 hotel rooms, I think he knows a few things about customer service. Considered a friend, a mentor, and a team coach who seeks to build a network of passionate colleagues through his strong leadership and through his own hard work and dedication, we welcome Harry Stackhouse to our UNB St. John family. Insignissime praeses, amplissime cancellare, tota universitas, presento vobis Harry Scottam Stackhouse, ut admittantur honoris causa ad gradum doctoris in litteris in hac universitate.
Ego admitto te, Harry Scottam Stackhouse, honoris causa ad gradum doctoris in litteris in Universitate Novi Brunswicki. Congratulations, Dr. Stackhouse. It is my pleasure to welcome Dr. Stackhouse as a member of UNB's honored alumni. As the graduates leave the stage with their diplomas today, they will stop and receive their alumni pin and their UNB coin. Introduced on the occasion of the university's 225th anniversary, the UNB coin is being presented to members of the graduating class. Each limited edition coin is inscribed with the UNB logo, our crest, and our motto, Sapere Auda, which translates as Dare to be Wise, and the year of your graduation. Graduates, it is our hope that this coin will serve as a reminder of your experiences here at the University of New Brunswick, the journey that you have taken to reach this goal, and that you are and always will be a part of the UNB family. We recognize your hard work and your sacrifice, and we wish you every success and happiness for the future. We hope that you will always value what you have learned here, and that you will forever remember your alma mater with fondness and with affection. We now proceed to the conferring of the higher degrees in course. Candidates will be presented by the Dean of the School of Graduate Studies, Dr. Edmund Biden, with the assistance of the Associate Dean of Graduate Studies, Dr. Bruce McDonald.
Confer the master's degrees in the following disciplines: science, education, business administration, and interdisciplinary studies. Candidates will remain seated for the supplication. Insignissime praeses supplicant senatui et hic venerabili collegio gubernatorum quorum nomina ac studia iam rite cognita sut et promulgata, ut admittantur ad proprium magistri gradum in sua quisque facultate.
Placetne vobis, senatores, placetne gubernatores, ut his supplicatoris admittantur.
Placet. The supplicants for the aforesaid master's degrees will stand for the presentation and admission by the President. Insignissime praeses tota universitas presento vobis husca supplicatoris ut admittantur ad proprium magistri gradum in sua quisque facultate, testorque ilios quoad omnia quae statuta nostra requirant aptos et idonios esse.
Ego admitto vos ad gradum magistri in Universitati Novi Brunswicki.
You will now proceed in your assigned order for individual presentation and acceptance. Master of Education, Diane Lynn Bradford. Rhonda Louise Daltrop. Ashley Lynn Dobbin. Cynthia Michelle Duperret. Heather Corinne Fight Wade. Michelle Ann Price. Cynthia Marie Steves. Master of Business Administration, Abdul Mohsin Al-Badr. Hussein Mansour Al-Marshud. Adil Ansari. Melissa Jane Buick. Rosalie Cassidy. Alex Chen. Yusuf Hussein Dahir. Yi Yuan Ge. Xin Hui Gong. Peter Donald Graham. Ray Guo. Yang Hu. Chan Trong Huan.
Congratulations, Chan.
Mohammed Kashif Imran. Fawad Javanmardi Kashani. Han Q. Antonio Ramirez. Karanjit Singh Sandhu. Yina Tu. Chen Wang. Patrick Duncan Walter White. Jinro Zhu. Sheng Yu. Liang Zhang. Qi Zhang.
Thank you.
Yu Yi Zhu.
Bachelor's degrees of Arts, Education, Science, Science and Computer Science, Health Sciences, Business Administration, Applied Management in Hospitality and Tourism, Applied Management. Candidates will remain seated for this application. Insignissime praeses, supplicant senatui e huic venerabili collegio gubernatorem quorum nomina ac studia iam rete cognata sunt e promulgata, ut admittantur ad proprium baccalaureae gradum in sua quisque facultate.
Placete vobis, senatores, placete gubernatores, ut hi supplicatores admittantur.
The supplicants for the aforesaid bachelor's degrees will stand for the presentation and admission by the president.
Stand up.
Unless you don't want it. Insignissime praeses, Tora Universitas, presenta vobis hosca supplicatores in supradictis facultatibus, ut admittantur ad proprium baccalaureae gradum in sua quisque facultate, testorque ilios quod omnia, quae statuta nostra requirent, aptos e idoneos esse.
Ego admitto, vos ad gradum baccalaureae in Universitati Novi Brunswicki.
You will now proceed to your assigned place for individual presentation and acceptance. Bachelor of Arts with honors, first class honors, Timothy Carey Smith. Bachelor of Arts, First Division, Veronica Elaine Amaro. Kara Catherine Belding. Bachelor of Arts, Thomas Nurmi Anderson. Nicholas James Cameron. Julia Christine Carlson. Melissa Robin Caldwell. Adriana Monica Corbin. Megan Brianna Fiquette. Sarah Jane Handerhan. Jessica Elise Hawkins. Andrea Marie Lane. Annalise Larson. Vanessa Cara McKinnon. Rebecca Lynn Mason. Andrew Lee Naismith. William Joseph Saunier. Adam Christopher Stewart. Stephanie Ann Teed. Sarah Jane Thayer. Bachelor of Science, Brittany Lynn Harding. Corey Andrew Levitt. Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Jiaofan Chen. Bachelor of Health Sciences, First Division, Karen Elise Locke. Bachelor of Health Sciences, Kathleen Shea Clancy. Bachelor of Business Administration with distinction, Valerie Susan Farah. Lena Fontaine Quiros. Bachelor of Business Administration, First Division, Catherine Elizabeth Guerrier. Bachelor of Education, Jessica Elise Hawkins. Bachelor of Business Administration, Courtney Jane Broderson. Adam James Connolly. Adam Joseph Dincorn. Huang Li. Song Ying Lu. Margaret Joy McDonald. Robin Elizabeth McMacken. Brooke Jean McAloney. Ioha Girma Mengistu. Ioha Girma Mengistu. Thomas Edward Parley. Sarah Evelyn Trott. Menku Yu. Xin Zhao. Bachelor of Applied Management in Hospitality and Tourism, Haley Lauren Clifford. Nin Hu. Neil Frederick Hughes. Su Ming Sun. Stacy Erin Thornton. Bachelor of Applied Management, Keith Herbert Anderson.
Not even with one thought.
Sean Cormier.
That's right.
As he says, last but not least, Harrison Warden Fisher. This concludes the awarding of bachelor's degrees in course. Please note that some graduates were unable to be here this evening. Their degrees will be granted in absentia. Thank you very much, and congratulations.
Thank you very much, Dr. Meyer. On behalf of the UNB St. John's Senate and faculty, I extend to you, the graduates, our sincere congratulations and best wishes for the future. Would all of the graduates please stand? Ladies and gentlemen, I present the class of 2011. It's my great privilege and pleasure now to call upon our honorary degree recipient. You can sit down now. It's my privilege to call upon Dr. Harry Stackhouse to address convocation. Dr. Stackhouse.
Well, I guess I have to at least look up when somebody yells out, "Is there a doctor in the house?" I'm going to try, I love and embrace technology, so I'm going to refer to my iPad if you don't mind. But I also know technology, so I have a backup just in case I need it. So thank you very much for that warm welcome. And I'd like to start with saying that on behalf of the thousands of employees of Delta who have been the real inspiration for me throughout my entire career, I'd like to thank you for this incredible honor. I'd like to acknowledge our members of government, Mr. Chancellor, member of the UNB, professors emeritus, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. And if you allow me, I'd also like to reach out to my family and friends who are here with me today. I just can't tell you how important it is that you're here. Thank you very much. Now I'd like to address the graduates. Congratulations on this important milestone in your lives. This is such an exciting time for you, and it's both an ending and a beginning. Your time as undergraduates is now over, but you're entering a new phase of your life, and one that will continue on throughout the rest of your life. You've learned what it means to be a successful student, but there's a lot more lessons to come. So while preparing to speak to you today, I wanted to spend some time wondering how I could best share my story in a way that might resonate with you. So I remembered a CBC program that I'd listened to not that long ago, and the host challenged your audience with this interesting question. I thought it was interesting. Was to say, if you had the opportunity to go back in time and sit in front of yourself and give yourself advice, what would you say to your younger self? So I've tried to look at my past life and see if I could come up with things that frankly would be meaningful enough to share with you. I have two sons that are both in their 20s, and I vaguely recall the last time they came up to me to ask me for advice. They seem to be doing just fine without me, just like I did back then. We had all the answers. But advice coming from myself, maybe, just maybe, I might listen to myself in a different manner. So than I might have with my parents, my mom who's here. So aside from telling myself right up front, you know, invest heavy in the stock market, and then somewhere around 2008, move it into gold. So I get that out of the way right away. Let me give you some thoughts that hopefully will give you some help on your journey of lifelong learning. First thing I'd like to share is that life is made up of countless journeys. So be sure to enjoy them along the way. And I know this doesn't apply to everybody in terms of graduates, but often we hear about the millennial generation and in the hurry to climb the ladder of success as quickly as possible. Being ambitious and goal-oriented is a good thing. But it's also important to take time to learn each step. Don't be in a hurry to hit certain milestones more than you need to experience while you're in the middle of them. So don't be in a hurry to do that. My advice is to focus on your current job. Don't spend all your time thinking about the next one, because what will happen next is because of the effort and time and the passion and commitment you put into the current job, and then things will come your way. As the King of Hearts said in Alice in Wonderland, and for those of you who read this book, begin at the beginning, go on till you come to the end, and then stop. In other words, enjoy the journey while you're in it. Don't be so consumed by the ending. My second piece of advice is believe in yourself. And as I look, early in my career, I had the opportunity to attend a hospitality course at Cornell University in New York State. And I can clearly remember back then, the world was a bigger place, as I can see by the graduates that are here today as well from all over the world. I can remember going to that university with a huge amount of anxiety, thinking, had I made the right decision? Cornell had a world-class reputation, and the students in my course were from all over the globe. I know it's not uncommon to have 80 countries represented, but back then, for me, 18 different countries were in this class that I was about to attend, and I was the only student from Canada, let alone from St. John, New Brunswick. I went in wondering how I could possibly stack up with some of these international students from, cities that I'd only heard of, like New York and Frankfurt and Stockholm and Paris. Well, it turned out that I stacked up just fine. I ended up leading the winning team on the business simulator, and was later signaled out by my professor, who said, keep in touch with me. I think your career is going to go somewhere. So my message is, be confident and don't second guess yourself. The best decisions you make are quite often the uncomfortable or difficult ones. So push yourself into those difficult decisions. If you're anxious about it, you're probably making the right decision. The third thing I would like to share with you is never stop listening. You might think that being the president of a company, my job is to have people listen to me what I say, but it's the exact opposite. I believe that being a successful leader comes from being willing to listen to other people, the people around you, to absorb their ideas, their perspectives, and their opinions. And I recently read a blog, which I thought was really surprising lately, on Steve Jobs, who, as we all know, has just recently passed away. This site was, because there were millions of comments around this one man, and this one site I thought was extremely telling. And it was a comment on what they felt was the real brilliance of Steve Jobs, and that was that changing your mind was a sign of intelligence. Hard for politicians to sign up to that, but changing your mind is a sign of intelligence. Apparently, he didn't originally support the idea of apps. I didn't know that. But obviously, somebody convinced him otherwise. So it's important to listen. It's also important to listen to the criticism as often as you listen to praise. On my desk, I have an old-fashioned phone. It looks like a red bat phone, if any of you have seen that old show. You can't dial on it because it's not for me to make calls. It's for me to receive calls. Anyone with something that they want to share about their experience at one of our hotels can call this line, and if I'm in my office, which I've quite often been, I have the opportunity to directly talk with them. It has given me the opportunity to hear firsthand from those that are truly the sole reason of why we're in business. Nothing keeps you real like hearing directly from your customer on a regular basis. It not only helps me to do my job better, but it also helps me to be able to send the message that for everybody in Delta, there's nothing more important than listening. And we all have the time, and nobody is too busy to listen. The final piece of advice I'd like to share with you is, in life, just like in business, you have to have operating principles. And I'm going to share with you some of mine. Relationships with people will consume the largest part of your life and effort, unquestionably. It doesn't matter what kind of business you're going to be in, you will be dealing with people. These relationships will be the cause of some of your deepest frustrations, but they'll also be some of the cause of your biggest celebrations. Two principles have guided me in both my personal and business life, and I want to share those with you. They involve honesty and self-esteem, and they can be used in almost any circumstance that you can think of when you're dealing with people. They need to be used together, and in fact, if they're used in isolation of each other, they can quite often be negative. So, here's how I try to apply it. Be honest with people, but not without building their self-esteem. So if I'm honest with you, but I don't try to build your self-esteem, then I've only satisfied my need for honesty, and I've not considered yours. How many times has a type A personality told you all the things they think you're doing wrong? They've given you honesty, but they've stopped there. Essentially, they've served themselves, but not you. Here's another way to apply it. Build people's self-esteem, but not without being honest with them. If I just try to build your self-esteem, and I'm not honest about my views, you won't really understand the true nature of our relationship, and it likely won't be as healthy. Transparency is the foundation of any relationship, but transparency takes courage and confidence, no matter how strong your moral compass is. You'll run into people who will do only half of this equation throughout your whole life. People who can't help but criticize, versus those yes men or women that will only tell you what they think you want to hear. Be honest for all the right reasons in your relationships, and do it in a genuine way that considers the other person. Be strong, but be thoughtful. So looking back on my 30-year career at Delta, I can honestly say what makes me most proud in all those years when I look back is one of the simplest things that I've had the honor of being a part of. And it has made the most profound impact in our company, and I think has positioned it for a bright future. And it connects to the values of caring and honesty, Some time ago, we decided to share a company-wide philosophy that would help guide us all in making decisions at Delta. And that would be at the forefront of how we interact with people. It was a simple yet powerful expression, and it became a rallying cry for us across the entire country. Here it is. Act straight from the heart. It may sound a bit corny, but acting straight from the heart means that you have the best interests of someone else in mind. It's a selfless act, and whether it's towards guests, towards each other, or towards the communities in which you live, this simple phrase has been our North Star, and it articulates how everyone at Delta has the power to make the right decisions about the right things each and every day. So every time someone acts straight from the heart, our culture is that much stronger. And it happens one person at a time. So I was in the restaurant this morning with my wife, Cindy, and I heard in the background somebody had said, "You just act straight from the heart, straight from the heart." And my heart just went, because I know it's alive in the company. And I know it's something that, frankly, everybody has wrapped their hands around. So in closing, I'd like to ask all of you to keep your eyes and ears open for the learning opportunities that pop up every day. Remember that success is about, your life is about so much more than material success or achieving a certain level of status in your career. Your success as a friend, as a future parent, or a parent today, as a citizen, are just as important as what it says in your business card. It's about what you do to support your community. It's about how you give back to the people and places that have enriched your life. You're about to head out into a new phase of your life, and there is so much change happening around the world right now in front of us, and it is happening at such a quick pace. Some of it's scary, but most of it is exciting. You are our future leaders, so hold on to your passion, and most importantly, hold on to your values. They define who you are and what you believe in. Thank you, and all the best to you in the future.
Thank you very much, Dr. Stackhouse, for your inspiring words. We're very proud to have you as a member of the UNB family. I would now like to ask Larry Hashey, past president of the UNB Associated Alumni, to deliver a few words to our newest members of the Alumni Association. Larry?
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Graduates, welcome. To the majority of you, welcome to my world, to our world, the world of your parents and the world of over 70,000 UNB alumni, including myself who have gone before you. For some of you, this new world will mean looking for or starting a new job and experiencing a look of pure joy in your parents' faces as you leave their basements and start to earn your own cash. Don't be scared, we've all been there, but be warned, it may involve a haircut and going to bed before 2 o'clock in the morning. For some others, it will mean the exact opposite. More study, more work, more crappy summer jobs, and the peace of mind in knowing that the Alumni Association will not be contacting you for donations for just a little bit longer. For the rest of you, it will mean returning to work with a new set of qualifications and a greater set of expectations. This group is indeed the scariest for us old guys. You are the ones we have to keep an eye on. The whippersnappers who are smarter than us, faster than us, better looking than us, and the one thing that keeps me up at night, cheaper than us. All three groups on this day, at this hour, move into new worlds. And what an exciting time you will have. And I'm jealous and I'm envious. Oh, sure, it's scary, but the unknown always is. However, when the wind is in your face and your destination isn't a sure thing, that's when you're truly living. I mean, have you ever been on a ride while being stressed out with anticipation, thrown around in sheer terror, but when it ended, felt the pure rush and adrenaline of joy? That's what you're doing, and for some of you, that's where you're going. Embrace it, enjoy it, and as was said earlier, don't be in a rush to get through it. Most of you have parents or loved ones here today who have known and cared for you since you were little, and they have seen you grow, been amazed by your accomplishments, and felt deep pride like they do right now. They know what I'm talking about. Today, we all share in a celebration of your achievements and a realization of a life goal. Today is also a time for goodbyes. Goodbye to the place you called home and the people who have become part of your extended family. Goodbye to a place that, whether you realize it or not, will have played a big role in helping shape who you are today and who you will become. Like your fellow alumni, you have left a piece of your soul at UNB, and I hope you will also bring a bit of UNB, of St. John, and of New Brunswick with you wherever your adventures take you. As your new chapter begins, I encourage you to keep in touch and stay engaged with your alma mater. Being called an alumni is not just a title, but it's a responsibility to be the newest generation of stewards and guardians of over 225 years of tradition and excellence. Never forget that as students, we have all stood on the shoulders of others who have worked hard to create this wonderful campus in a city that we could live, study, work, and play. Today, you are now a member of that alumni, and as such, you must be prepared when you are ready and as best you can to help the next generation of UNB students, no matter what corner of the world they come from, reach their goals, realize their dreams, and stand on your shoulders. Local alumni like Andy Devereaux, Jerry Pond, Richard Curry, among many others, have given tens of millions back to UNB for no other reason than to pay a perceived debt, help others, and share their good fortune. Countless alumni have also given their time and influence without hesitation to create a better New Brunswick and a better UNB. Oh sure, sometimes you got some bad course advice. You may have had a professor who couldn't quite speak English. The courses you wanted may not have been available. Oh sure, we raised your tuition when you weren't looking and passed out parking tickets like they were Halloween candy. But hey, welcome to our world. It isn't fair, and it isn't just, and it sure as heck has money problems. However, despite all its problems, we have built one heck of an institution that has offered Canada and the world the best and brightest it can hope for. A generation that just may have the capacity to fix our mistakes and right our wrongs. Rest assured, your UNB degree will serve you well, and like many other successful alumni ahead of you, you will be able to hold your own in any context, anywhere, and with anybody. Class of 2011, dare to dream, never take a backseat to anyone, and get out there and conquer the world. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Larry. As these exercises draw to a close, I would also like to thank all of those who have contributed to today's celebration. The members of the St. John String Quartet and UNB St. John staff members Kim Banks and Heather Long-Smith, who will lead us in singing our national anthem in just a few moments. Thank you as well to the members of our alumni who took time this evening to form the Alumni Honor Guard. A special thank you as well to His Worship Ivan Korsh, Senator John Wallace, member of the legislature Carl Killen, for taking time out of their busy schedules to join us on the stage today. Their presence here today, I think, shows their support for UNB St. John and for post-secondary education in the province. A ceremony like this requires an awful lot of preparation and behind-the-scenes work. And I think we really need to give a special thank you to the coordinator, Dr. Robin Humphreys, and all of those staff and faculty who work to help make it happen. There's a list on the back of your program, and they really do make this ceremony so special for all of us. Finally, I'd like to salute the staff and volunteers of the Imperial Theatre, certainly one of the best convocation venues in the country. What a magnificent place.